Hi there, it's me again, Ben, and this YouTube video, what I'm going to be doing is to show you a little bit of the 911 and essentially what I've done. Well, as you can imagine, I've just, literally today, I've just started this, so there's no painting done whatsoever. I've just been prepping up the body shell. Now, I've got to move out a little bit for this. Now, as you can see, the body shell is essentially like the Tayson one. Along the front fenders here, there's two really nasty sort of mold lines, and I seem to have got it done. Okay, they seem to have gone. And in order to do that, I used a 400 grit, then an 800 grit, then I think it was a 2,500 grit, something like that. That was for the front. Also, along the nose, I'm going to get it in a bit better, along the nose here, and down either side. Essentially the same thing. Also along the back here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little sort of dink thing there that you need to fill in with filler, and because that essentially on the car that this is designed on, the Tayson, you would put your little toe hook thing there. Excuse me. So that's essentially the body shell prepped, ready to go onto probably primer and paint. The next bit I'm going to show you is the rear wing, which is here. It's essentially built. I found when I did the Tayson, the best thing to do is to actually physically build this first before connecting it all up. Then just glue it. I basically used this glue, right, because I find it's a lot better than any tube glue. There's only one of you model makers out there know. Now, this does have a. You might be able to see the line. Again, what you do is I use plastic putty and fill it in, and again 400, 800, 2,500 grit. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat's just walked into the room and I seem to have scratched myself. Never mind, I will persevere. Now I cut these off to prep for colour. This is the front splitter, as you can see. Now on this car, I'm essentially going to do 3 colours, and that is it. Just 3 colours. While also, as I showed you in the last one, using these decals. I've decided to do, for the most part, the whole of the body gloss black. Okay, the front splitter is going to be red, and this grille, you can just about see it there, I'm going to do chrome. No, actually no, I think I'll do it red as well. Well, I'll wait and see what looks better. The side parts here, there we go, side parts here, which also include these parts, and the other one, I'm going to be doing red as well, and the whole of this rear bumper all the way around, I'm going to do red also, because I just think it'll look better. So essentially there's the three colours. You've got the black, the chrome and the red. Now I haven't quite figured out the interior yet, but for the most part it is going to be black. Maybe the seats, maybe the panels inside the seats, maybe I'll do those red. Haven't quite figured that one out yet, but very small amounts of chrome as well, apart from obviously the orange and the reds and the whites here and there located. I'm also, I don't know if you can just see it on here, it's a little bit tricky. There we are. You've got the rivets going down the side there. Well, I'm going to just be emphasising them a tiny little bit by doing them flat black, because not many people like to emphasise them. I do. This is something I like to do. And I don't know if I've shown this, but I'm going to be doing a sort of like a little diorama now. This isn't completely finished, this, but I've done a little figure. You know, it looks pretty nice. I don't do figures a lot, but I think I've kind of gotten that one swicked. You know, it looks pretty good to me. It doesn't really come up too well on the camera, I'm afraid. But there you go. And my cat's getting closer. This is the second one, which I'm going to be doing. And that was my cat. Wants to get in the action. And this is going to be the second figure. I've got, as you can see, there's a bit of putty here and there on the back. And I've got a few mould lines to get rid of. But he's going to be basically one of the street racer types. Plus, I've also kind of figured out the kind of diorama I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to attempt, and I do mean this as in the loosest sense of the word, I'm going to attempt to try and put some under car lighting on it, because there's this stuff called electroluminescent wire. I've got one length of it, but it's not the right kind of colour. It's a sort of a yellowy green, and I wanted a red, so I've ordered a red one. That should be on its way before, hopefully, I finish the car. My biggest thing though at the moment, bear with me, got the box, is the one quandary I have got with this kit is in this pack here. Now, I absolutely love these rims, and I'm going to keep them on the car. I'm not going to get aftermarkets, but, and this is a big but, let's just put this here a moment. I don't know whether to put the clear yellow like it is on the car itself. Get little bugs again. The cat brings them in from outside, I don't know. Or I go with the flow of the car and do them in a clear red, because then it'll look really nice and metallic. So I don't know whether to do that, but there is a third alternative, blue. Just sort of put it in contention of the decals. So I'm going to have to know about that until I get to it. I'm not going to make it a big issue about it, but hopefully I'll have something figured out by the time I get to them. It's just, It's just one of those things, you know that if you put the wrong colour, you're going to ruin the whole car. So I'm kind of drawn to the red, with the yellow being the second. But I digress. Also, in probably around about a week, maybe 2 weeks time, I'll be getting a model motorbike. Oh, by the way, I've got another model to show you. It's something I haven't done for a while, but I'll show you in a sec. Yeah, like I said, in a couple of weeks I've got another model kit coming, and it's basically, if you look it up, it's Revell's Aces Wild motorbike. It's a chopper type, you know, the custom chopper. And I've decided to base it on one of my favourite heroines, sorry, not heroes, heroines. Because I've been a fan of this heroine for a long time, and I've never done anything to show it, so I thought this bike is a good opportunity to do so, so I'm going to. So I'll show you the bike when it comes, and then I'll build the bike full to completion, and then put a couple of things up here on YouTube. Right, now I've got another figure. Sorry, close up of my chin there. Right, this came today, or rather yesterday. Doesn't really make much difference anyway. And I've already checked this out, because being that it's come from quite a ways off, you want to check that it's all there. It is, thank God. Now, I do quite a few figure kits every now and again. Put this back. And I decided I wanted to do a kind of barbarian-esque type, because most of mine have always been sort of what's the word I should use, cyberpunk, along them sort of lines. Well, this one is barbarian-esque, if you see. Yep, it's vinyl, because I quite like doing vinyl kits. A lot less bothersome sometimes than resin kits are. And got a fantastic sword that came with it. You know, there we go. Gonna polish it up. I'm not gonna bother painting it too much anyway. And essentially, I'll show you what they painted it like. I won't be painting it these colours much, but it looks a little like this. Yeah, just ignore that. There you go. It looks a little bit like that. On the other hand, I've got a second type of sword, which is this. As you can see, it's practically the same size, but I think it looks a bit funkier, so I might use that. But this is going to be a nice build, because you know how you can get a bit tired of doing cars and motorbikes all the time. Well, I haven't done a figure for a little while, and I thought, you know, I'll give this one a go. I like doing figures, so I bought this one. It wasn't all that expensive. It was about, I think it was about £10–12 to buy it and get here from China, because they had a sale on, and this was, I think, the second cheapest one. so decided to buy it and we're going to give it a go. But the hardest bit I think is going to be the hair, because if you look at that, that's the fringe of her hair, and this is the second block of the hair. Now that is going to be a hot knife job in anybody's book. So it may take me a while to just do this piece alone. Not that I'm feeling it's a bad thing, but there we go. I'm just not too sure what colours to use for the hair and the loincloth and the bra and the boots. No, I'm just not too sure about what to use at the moment. But the dial I've got figured out is quite sizable, but I've got most of the stuff already anyhow through sort of like things that I haven't used, so I'm going to combine it all together. I've got some bits and pieces here and there. All I've got to do is use imagination and away we go. But like I said, this was really about the Porsche, and what I'm going to do is, if I can, I know I keep saying this, but I'm going to try on this Porsche to give weekly updates on what I've been doing and how it's going, because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy putting these videos up, even if not many people watch them. I don't mind. So, like I say, hopefully I'll have another one next week. Maybe not on the Saturday, because of previous commitments. But I'll certainly try and get one done as soon as I can. Okay, so this is me for now. Enjoy, and I'll hopefully give you a bit of an update on what I've done to the Porsche next week. So, cheerio.